Welcome back, everyone. I'm Dave Guerra here. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for joining me. Today's Tuesday, May 19, and what do we talk about on Tuesdays? That's right, we talk about leadership in the news, And in today's episode, what I want to talk about is an article on Forbes.com, and they were talking about how the title was called. The article is by Nell Derek Debevoise, and Debevoise. I do apologize if I mispronounced it, which I probably did. But Nell Derek Debevoise writes, "Why purpose-driven businesses are faring better in COVID-19." The article goes, "A lot of businesses are thriving in spite of major challenges presented by the COVID-19 pandemic. The common thread among companies that are weathering the storm most successfully is an authentic and integrated commitment to purpose larger than profitability or growth. Indeed, in the last financial crisis, certified B Corps were 63% more likely to survive than other businesses of similar size." All right, so interesting. And the article is really interesting. It gives a lot of great examples, and it talks about how businesses now, because again, they're purpose driven, as opposed to we just got to sell, 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 always be closing. Remember that from Glenn Ross, ABC, always be closing. Okay. Now, sustaining, creating relationships with the customer. Now's that time, folks. If you are not communicating with your customers, hang it up. If you are not out there, and not just at the CEO level, but even the frontline people, the ones that answer the phones, the ones that are actually having those communications with those customers on a daily basis, where you as the CEO or the chief operating officer or the president or the VP or CEO, COO, whatever, the owner, you don't have those relationships like they do at that frontline level. Sure, it's nice to talk to the owner every once in a while, but understand that if you're not allowing those frontline people to communicate on your behalf, you trust them to answer your phone. Why do you not trust them to communicate with the customers? You trust them to take their money. You should be able to trust them to communicate with your customers. You trust them to make good on the sales. You trust them to make good on the commitments. You trust them to openly engage those customers on a regular basis during normal times, or what was once considered normal, yet you should be doing that now too. You should be allowing them to communicate. I have seen some nonprofits where everyone is communicating, and I've seen one nonprofit that just disturbs me because the only one that's allowed to talk is the head, the big cheese, the guy in charge. And no, this is a situation that serves a community. This nonprofit serves a community, and it serves them on a daily basis, and it's serving sadly an increasing number of clients. And he's not allowing anyone else to speak. He's not allowing anyone else to communicate unless he is in the picture, unless he is the one talking, unless he's front and center, and unless his nose is actually also sticking out over the top of the mask. Sadly, I mean, it's at some point you say, why bother, right? I mean, we know what the purpose of the mask is, but if your nose is sticking out, but I digress. Okay, so they're communicating, they're fostering, they're building, they're solidifying relationships now. They're working on that relationship building. Because again, it's not about the dollar. Sure, the dollar helps, it pays the bills. But in this case, they are also fostering real-time relationships in real difficult times. And folks, the times are increasing the longer this lasts the way it's going. It's going to change. It's getting for the better. We're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But what we're also not seeing is what we need to be seeing. It's what should be happening. And luckily, those few purpose-driven organizations, well, they're taking care of business. They're doing it. So when was the last time you, as a business leader, as an owner, when was the last time you reached out to the customers? And when was the last time you let your staff reach out to the customers and communicate with them, asking them, hey, is everything okay? You doing all right? Is there anything we can do for you? We got some great deals going on. We can negotiate great terms. And again, allow them to do that. Give them that opportunity, because if it keeps the wheels moving, the bills are getting paid, but at the same time you're building stronger relationships, that's even better, because I guarantee you at the back end of all of this, when it comes time for that organization, that outside entity, that outside stakeholder to choose, they're going to remember who was there for them in the hard times, and they're definitely going to remember who was not there during the hard times. And that's the bottom line. Folks, my name is Dave Guerra. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for joining me. We'll talk again tomorrow. Have a good day. Have a good Wednesday. Talk to you then.